situation? Things are looking good?
Yeah. Some of them are better. Fernandinho, Sterling are much better. I don't know. We have still 2 training sessions. We're going to decide, of course, on Sunday. And Fabian Delph is like this, like that. So today was off, so I don't know exactly what's the situation.
How important is it going to be now to have those kinds of players back and to have a fully fit squad as we go into the closing stages of the season now?
Well, we need all the squad, all the season. Sometimes during the season you have injuries, but we need all of them. Yeah, much better they come back than staying injured.
And it gives you choices as well. It gives you opportunities, different ideas for different teams.
No.
There's been some reports this week that your agent is in town to discuss the possibility of a new contract here at Manchester City. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
Sometimes the journalists make they receive bad information. My agent is not in town. Was not, is not, will not be in town the next weeks.
But as far as your situation here is concerned, now that you've won your first trophy, you're closing in on a second, do you feel as if this is the kind of project you would like to be involved in for a long time?
You have to speak with the journalist about my agent is here or not. They know this information, or this journalist more information than me.
Stoke are in the relegation zone, but are you surprised to see so many teams that could still be in trouble this season down at the bottom?
In the bottom?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened in the past, really. So I think today the football every season everything is more complicated and tired. But I think in all the leagues in Europe, at the end, everybody plays to win the titles, to be in the Champions League, to be in Europa League, to stay in the league and no relegation zones. In all the leagues, it's always happened until the last 4, 5, 6 fixtures. Everything can happen.
The match tomorrow between United and Liverpool is being built up as a big game. Yet you're so far in front. Do you pay any attention to that? Because it's a battle to.
Well, it's a big derby, it's a classic. I think in England, United Liverpool is one of the most exciting games by far. So the history from both teams are amazing in 80s, 90s. So it's top. We have training session, and after training session, we start the game. And of course, it's a big game. And normally the big games we are delighted to watch it. Yeah, in 2 weeks we have a game against United. So that's why in 2 weeks. In 3 weeks or 1 month, we have a game against United, so that's why we're going to look at that game, sure.
Do you take any particular pride in the fact that, whilst it is a big game, you are so far in front of them that it's irrelevant almost to your season?
Well, we have to have a bad experience to play on Monday's games. So we have to be focused in a game against Stoke, because the Stoke away is always complicated. They are fighting to be in the Premier League. Though that's why I can imagine how tough it will be. Have to be focused on that. And the situation this season I think is exceptional. So because the distance that is not normal in the beginning of March. But what I said before, so before the Basel game, so it's almost done, and the people don't believe me. I know that, but we lost 1-2. So in the Premier League, it's quite similar. It's almost done, but still we are not the champion. The champion is still Chelsea. And we have to take the points as soon as possible, knowing when they have, the opportunity the situation is not going good, you have another chance. But so what's going to happen in quarterfinals, it depends on our level, will be so important. How is our level in the Premier League? And in the Premier League will help us in the quarterfinals. So that's why you have to be focused on what you have to do. And we're going to see the game United-Liverpool like a spectator. And it would have happened if the distance was minor or less distance or even in second position. So it's a big game, and always the big games, always we are delighted to watch it.
Pep, just looking at the schedule after the international break, if City were to reach the semi-finals of the Champions League, it could be 12 games in six weeks. Does it give you more chance of success in the Champions League if you can get the title won earlier?
I don't think about semi-finals, the Champions League, because we are in quarterfinals. Still, we don't know which team are going to face, are going to play. So I know everybody wanna anticipate it, the situations. What's going to happen in 1 month? What's going to happen if we win? Everybody thinking about when we're going to win the title. The best example is 2 days ago. Nobody thought we could lose against Basel. We lose against Basel after 15 months. So just be relaxed, be calm, and thinking about the Stoke City. And after, go to train in Abu Dhabi, because we're going there to make a training sessions. And after international break, hopefully the players come back safe, without injuries, and Everton, and start to quarterfinals. And our performance will dictate it, what you have to do in the future, and so on.
I was just going to ask you about Abu Dhabi there, actually. What can you achieve from those few days over there?
Instead of training here with this, we were 10 months or 8 months fighting with the weather, so going there, training the same way, but in better conditions. And see our chairman and to be there. We did it last season to be together and prepare, and after international break, the last month and a half, 2 months, the competition.
Pep, how do you prepare for Stoke on a Monday night? It's always a difficult place to go.
Well, it's so tough. I saw this morning a little bit about with the team of Paul Lambert, and they have an arguments because they know perfectly Choupo-Moting and especially Shaqiri. We were together in Bayern Munich, and Joe Allen is an exceptional player, and they are strong with a lot of set pieces, and always a tough game in Stoke City. The people spoke about that before I came. We were lucky last season, we won there in the beginning of the season, but always complicated. And when we face teams, when they fight to stay in the Premier League, you cannot imagine how complicated it is. Sometimes more complicated, sometimes when the tipos, they are, in a better position in the league. So in Monday, I don't like to play in Monday, because the weekend everybody's involved, and when the people, the weekend is over, this week, no more games, we have to play. And I don't know if the players can be ready, that, but we're going to work on that these 2 days.
Can we take a question in Spanish?
Hola, bon dia, Pep. Des de la distància, t'ha sorprès com a tothom la temporada del grup com el Girona, i si, com que teniu jugadors cedits, has vist algun partit o realment?
És increïble, realment és increïble el que han arribat a fer. És a dir, tots esperàvem que se salvés per la implicació emocional que tenim, pel club i perquè et coneixem a gent. El Domi i el Carles Planchar van ser part d'aquest club, són d'allà dalt, de la part de Girona. I tots esperàvem que se salvessin, però no el mes de març. El que ha fet Pablo Machín és increïble, però no aquesta temporada, sinó fa des que va agafar. És a dir, l'equip que estava a segona B el va salvar, i en 3 anys seguits van estar per pujar, finalment ho van fer, i no és la flor d'un dia, no és una qüestió de bé, hem fet una bona temporada, una bona mitja temporada. Porten ja 4 anys extraordinaris, felicitar-los i seguir amb això. Només queda treure el barret, ho han fet increïblement bé.
I wonder if you are following the season of Girona, one of the clubs belonging to the City Football Group, and from the distance, are you surprised about their performance this season? Well, to be honest, it's incredible what they have done so far this season, because everyone expected them to stay in the first division, but honestly, did it in the month of March, so much ahead of the end of the season. It's unbelievable, it's amazing, so congratulate, obviously, Pablo Machín, the manager. He's done an amazing job, but not only this season, since he took over the position of a manager 4 years ago, he has done an amazing job in the last 4 years, so just congratulate them for the success.
Jugador, no sé si puedes entender un poco la frustración que puede estar pasando Neymar ahora que se fue, quizás hace un proyecto a intentar ganar cosas y se va en octavo de final. Y en España se está hablando de que podría quizás volver al Barcelona. ¿Te lo imaginarías ahí?
No tengo ni idea. Prefiero no comentar, no tengo ni idea.
To ask you about Neymar, there's rumors that he could go back, for instance, to Barcelona after the defeat of PSG in the Champions League. can you understand his frustration or his eventual frustration for the failure of PSG? I have no idea about it, and I prefer not to comment.
I don't know if you heard today, Arsene Wenger was talking about sleepless nights and suffering and how bad he's feeling. In the 2 years at City, has it been any moment at all where you've gone through all that? Because you all seem to, at some point, gone through things like that.
I cannot speak about all the managers, but I can suppose it. All the managers, when we don't win the games, we sleep less. We are not good. So I don't know the other ones on my side, but I understand completely what Arsene said. But I think all the managers suffer a lot when they are not achieve the results that we expect every single game. In the same time, when we win, we are so happy. So our position is always, an extreme. But I think the experience gives you more patience and to handle better the good results.